Hello, welcome to Free Cheese episode 320. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Marc Augustiniak,
Blaze it.
Matt Sellner.
All day.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. We've got a show for you today. Big games finally hitting the market here. We get into this cool autumn weather. Talk about some Destiny later, some surprises later. Got a little bit of news about maybe a new employee up at 343 Industries, helping to bring Halo Infinite to the future. But first, how are you two doing on this fine morning?
Doing swell. I'm reading about bald eagle tattoos.
Sure. How many bald eagle tattoos? All right, number one, would you get a bald eagle tattoo?
No.
All right, number two, if you had to get a tattoo of a bald eagle, where would you get it?
Upper thigh, so that way no one ever saw it.
Okay, so upper thigh, are you thinking just the head, or are you thinking the full eagle down the thigh? Like, starting here?
No, as small as possible.
No, it has to be big. You gotta let, like...
What, 1 out of 5 on the size ranking on this
what's the biggest?
ranking list? 5 out of 5. See?
5 is the biggest? Okay, then you would need at least a 3.
This is considered a 5 out of 5, as the whole man's tricep and bicep kind of going past the
That's
elbow.
a 5? Yeah, you would need at least a 3.
What do they consider a 3? Hold on. This is on Kotaku's website about bald eagle tattoos and Breakpoint, that new Ghost Recon game.
I hope they're all 5s.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
This is a 3. This seems to have the whole shoulder going down slightly above the elbow, probably right where your bicep ends.
Now, you wouldn't get a full chest piece.
No.
No.
Why would,
I don't know why people do anything, Matt, but, you know.
what? I'm not even a tattoo person.
But if you were, and it was like, hey, here's a gun next to your head or a needle next to your chest.
The only eagle,
Which trigger do you
only
ask him to
eagle
pull?
I would
Not
ever
in front,
get,
just next.
the only eagle I've ever get is the Washington Capitals logo.
You get that, but what if the logo changes? They've changed that
logo.
logo sometime.
Yeah, gone classic with no eagle, then the blue, gold, and black bird
I remember that
kind of
one, yeah.
coming down the
scrawl.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they changed it to this like
Now it
still
looks
a
like a
bird,
Capitol
but it looks,
building.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've done some weird things with it
Yeah.
in the retro colors, the blue and the red.
Yeah.
But he's a smart owner. When he changes one team's logo set and colors, he changes it to his other teams as well, so that way the arena can all just be one like color palette.
Oh, wait, the guy who owns the Capitals owns all of the Washington teams?
Well, not the Redskins, but he owns the Wizards and the lady basketball team, the Mystics, I think. They all play in that arena,
No
so they all
shit.
have that color pattern. And think of it, the Wizards used to be that blue,
That blue,
gold,
yeah,
and
yeah.
black. Yeah.
All right, follow-up question. How do you play basketball on ice?
Defrosted.
That
Just pretty much, you can kind of keep the ice like there, but like you can pretty much build on top of it and take away the boards. All that's like deconstructible.
That's so weird.
I mean, they've had to do it before, like basketball, and then like,
Same
the next
day?
day. I think they've done it same day,
Whoa.
and then I think they try to frown upon the same day because like when the ice is at its like peak,
Yeah.
they have to. I think there's like condensation issues with the wood, and
That's what I'd be
slippery
worried about.
wood.
Yeah, sure. You don't want slippery wood. I wouldn't even want a moist wood.
Yeah, so
Because of the bounciness, that's going to affect the ball. You know what I mean?
well, players slipping and sliding, rolling ankles. That's probably the bigger concern.
Nah, be worried about the ball.
And that's why I always had those sweat boys wiping down the sweat when the player falls on the floor.
Interesting. Are you a sweat boy? Would you ever be a sweat boy?
God, no.
Is that the official name? Like a bat boy?
I don't know, maybe. Just kind of making it up. I wouldn't be a water boy though.
Water boy. You think a little boy ever grows up and says, boy, I can't wait to be a sweat boy one day? Goes to a basketball game. Oh, wow.
Michael Jordan hit that shot, but look at the sweat boy wiping
Yeah,
up the sweat.
exactly.
And he
Well,
puts
'cause
his face on the
look,
towel.
You know, not early enough, but you do know at a point early in life whether or not you are equipped to potentially chase a career in National Basketball Association, right? Like, when you're a kid, you're like, I'll be a famous you know what I mean? You kind of you
That
dream
final, I think the final growth spurts kind of like
once you start to
hit
get
that
there,
explanation
but
point.
once you get there, you might be able to look out on that board, out on that what do you call it? It's not a field. What's the
Court.
Court. There you
Yeah.
go. And you're like, well, I can't do that, but I can.
I can do that.
I could be a sweat boy.
Work on that buffing motion. So how to practice, if you just kind of wax your car a lot, that buffing motion, that's all you need. You got it.
Well, I like to just break things a lot and then have to clean that up like I did yesterday. Just a walking fucking calamity, Matt.
What'd you break?
The fucking thing that we put the boys' food in.
Did you try kicking Katie again? Is that what happened?
No. Oh, I forgot about that last. See, I'm just week after week. I've fed the boys and we got a little like plastic container that sits on top of the fridge, and then I went to go put it back up there, and then fucking Mr. Magoo, fucking, it falls backwards. The plastic, I think it hit their water bowl. Their water bowl is made out of like a ceramic or something. So the plastic of this thing cracks, and then the inside we have like, I think technically it's like a cat bowl on the inside of their like food. I use it as like a food scoop. That just shattered to pieces. And Katie's just standing in the kitchen just like, what the fuck happened? I don't know what I'm doing. Mark, how you doing?
Good. Back's a little sore from getting the big spread eagle tattoo. It's just been kind of taking it easy.
Yeah, I get it.
The other day was pretty cool. Bought a flannel. That's the end of my day. No, I'm kidding. Went up to the old Weber's farm. Got myself some hot apple cider.
Oh, they got the hot out now?
Oh, yeah.
Did they have the slushies yet?
They probably did, but I didn't want it.
No, I don't want it either. But, it's nice to know they have it.
Got myself a pumpkin. Though when I drove home, I was a dumbass and left it in the trunk. So when I got home, the stem broke off.
Oh.
So that's probably not going to last too much longer, maybe.
I had to throw away a pumpkin this week that my dad got me, that we had on the back porch, that the squirrels have been having fun with. So the first few days, it was just like you'd come outside and there'd be a little chip in the top of it where you're like a little bit of skin exposed, and you're like, that ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
Then I went out Katie was like, have you seen that fucking thing? And I was like, it's fine, right? She's like, dude, they like bore a hole. And I was like, nah. And I looked. I was like carrying a bag of trash out to the trash can. I looked down. There's fucking shit flying out of it. There's a huge hole. It's like rotted. I was like, all right, you're going to the fucking trash.
Damn.
Yep, that's what happened to my pumpkin I carved last. It didn't even last a night.
I said, what the fuck, man? I got to get squirrel repellent. How do you repel squirrels?
Pee on it? I don't know.
Oh, I could do that.
Certainly not feed them.
No.
I know you don't. I just know someone around your area that does feed them. That once got bit.
It's true. That's true. My dad used to when I lived.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Oh, yeah. He still has a fucking thing of fucking peanuts. He sits around, calls it Rocky's Stash. He named the squirrel Rocky.
I wonder if my old neighbor still has peanuts on the porch.
Go help yourself to a little bit.
Take a little visit to my old neighborhood.
Drive through. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Yep, just checking on. Yep, got him. All right, good. There you go.
I mean, yeah, just did all that. Then ended the night with some pizza and watching Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island.
Where are you watching that at?
Amazon.
All right. Because I
bought it.
After our conversation last week, I signed up for a free trial of Boomerang.
Oh, you should just do Verve.
Oh, I had Verve, but Verve is weird. So Verve is cool, right? Because it's like $10 for a month for like every fucking thing. But they have a splintered library. Like, I canceled Shudder and signed up for Verve because that includes Shudder.
Oh, does it?
But it's not the same Shudder. It's like it's 80% of the library, but it's still like I found that I was like, I don't know.
It's in a 1 month exclusivity thing with the.
It might have been that. Yeah, it's just like you can get all this shit through Verve, but not all of this.
That's interesting.
You might have to wait a little longer.
I know Shudder does like a thing where it streams like random movies. That's like the first thing that loads up, and it's like I don't care about it, but it's cool, I guess.
It's cool they do it, but I don't care.
But yeah, no, just kind of just celebrating the day.
Yeah, man,
it's pretty chill.
It's been driving a lot with the windows open. I had the windows open all weekend at the house. Slept with them, wide. Oh,
what's that called? Cross breeze?
Sure, yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
when you have like front and back windows all open and drift goes through.
The fucking problem last night was we had to change the bed sheets 2 times because this guy was outside, just sitting at the light, just fucking burning his tires. And of course, Katie being in the bed, now the bed's soaking wet because this guy's outside burning rubber. Change the bed sheets. Guy leaves. 20 minutes later, we're settled back in. guy comes back peeling rubber again, and she's got to go take a shower at this point, just completely soaked.
What?
The fuck?
I didn't think that was even possible.
I don't know why it took you guys that long to catch up.
I didn't know how much was more to the story. Usually there's like 5 variables. So I'm just waiting.
No, we're just laying in bed in this fucking asshole, like 11:30 at night, just outside, and we just kind of looked at each other, and she was like, "Well," she's like, "Why do you live here? Why didn't I marry that guy? I don't know, man. Still time."
I mean, you're not technically married, so
That's what I said. There's still time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I watched some of that Scooby-Doo Guess Who.
Yeah, I watched the ones that I cared to watch.
I watched the ones that I cared to watch, and then accidentally saw some of the other ones. And I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?" Did we read off the cast list last week of that?
If you did, I don't remember.
Like, you got fucking Batman, which is cool because it's voiced by Kevin Conroy.
Okay, I remember you saying that. Yep.
You got Wonder Woman, and it's voiced by, I forget who voices, but the same Wonder Woman actress has been in a lot of the stuff. And then you got fucking just Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
As himself.
Yeah.
And Wanda Sykes.
Not
playing characters, just playing themselves. It's like, what are you doing?
Sia.
Like, I didn't know Sia was big with the kids.
Oh, what?
Yeah. That was actually like pretty wacky.
But,
the monster hang from the chandelier at any point.
Oh, I didn't even like pay attention to that. There might have been.
I didn't watch that episode, but now I'm kind of inclined to.
Like whenever, because like they all like she invited everyone to like her mansion, whatever, and there's like a doppelganger like stealing diamonds. That's like the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
And she has this big ass wig.
Go figure.
It's like past her shoulders, like horizontally. And whenever they were going somewhere between rooms, they'd always do it. They do this little gag where it zooms in on her face like 3 times, like closer and closer. But she's like, "No, wait, stop.
Oh,
We have to like if you're gonna go to your rooms, we have to go there like this." And they're like on these bouncy balls and just having fun. It's like, "No, wait, stop. If you want to go here, you have to crawl through these pipes." Like
that's kind of wacky.
That was like her gimmick throughout the whole thing.
I guess she needs one, right? Because
I guess
you got Batman in an episode.
No musical number though. Surprised.
That's weird.
I thought there might have been a little something.
They
chase scene. I don't know.
It seems like they're having fun making that show, but it's just a weird.
I like. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, obviously, it's the most true to the traditional style that they're in.
Yeah. Should you look up that voice cast for all of them?
Mm.
It is so. Velma is Kate McCucci. I don't know if you know her. She's a comedian in that. She had the musical comedy group. Garfunkel and Oates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's Velma.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah. I see it now.
Yeah, right.
I see it.
Daphne is still. I forget I forget the girl's name. Gray
Griffin.
Gray. Yeah, and she's been Daphne for a real long while, and is also like Catwoman in some stuff, and she's a really prolific voice actress. Then you got as Fred, the original voice of Fred.
Frank Welker has never. He's been every Fred, every iteration of Fred, besides live action.
And then Shaggy, fucking Matthew Lillard reprising his live action role.
Yeah, he's been Shaggy. I think even in Mystery Incorporated and maybe one other series.
That's nuts, man.
But that's all coming to a stop. I think. After that, because I mean, because they're doing another movie called Scoob.
Oh, okay.
It's all like CG.
Oh. Okay.
I think Fred Armisen is Shaggy.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
Like none of the original cast is, or former actors that we're familiar with. I don't think any of them are coming back for their like they were never asked to come back.
Interesting.
What's the thing?
Interesting.
And for some reason, Captain Caveman is in it.
Why not?
I don't know. Who asked for him?
I don't know. But yeah, that's a Boomerang. That's a pretty good recommendation.
Whoa.
What do you got?
There is I did not know about this. There is a Scooby-Doo and WWE crossover movie.
Oh yeah, with John Cena.
Yeah. Punches a boulder.
I need to go back in time here.
Get yourself
I'm
a
looking
Boomerang.
at Matthew Lillard.
He pulls a Chris Redfield.
Scooby-Doo WrestleMania mystery? Oh my god.
Dude.
So many.
There's Scooby-Doo with Kiss.
I don't think I've seen that. Kiss, they got one song, you know?
But yeah, the old Zombie Island not on Boomerang.
No, it's not. And they never released a soundtrack, and I'm really disappointed. But then you have Return to Zombie Island. I didn't watch that. I never will. Don't even bother.
No, I want the original. But yeah, there you go, Matt. WrestleMania, John Cena right on the cover. You can watch it.
Well, that's WrestleMania Mystery.
Where?
What's this other one?
Oh, you got
Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon.
Oh shit.
I'm on it.
Wait, where's John Cena?
Oh, that's The Undertaker. Is that... No, that's not Kane on the top. What is that?
I don't...
Oh my God, is
just
that
pointed
Vince
at
McMahon?
Fuck you, Mark.
I don't even know.
He
Fell
said
for
you're just
it.
pointing at the scribe. Yeah, he's calling because you can't see him. Got it. What? Curse of Speed Demon's on here too.
Vince McMahon. That animated Vince McMahon.
It's on here. So you got yourself a night ahead of you, Matt.
I do.
You can stop whatever
Mr.
else you had
McMahon.
planned.
Own daughter Stephanie and her husband Triple H.
There you go,
Undertaker's going to be at the race. Dusty Rhodes, who's now in AEW.
man. Of course.
Was it
The
like Wacky
Miz.
Razors?
They do have
I
Wacky
want to read
Razors on
ahead
here.
because they're going to spoil the plot. I got to be surprised as to what happens.
Oh, did my shit expire? I think my shit expired.
Mm.
Fuck. Well, sorry, just give me
See the
$6.
Cast. Here we go. Oh my
That's a
God.
different verb. I paid for a month.
Yeah.
Stardust, Sheamus, Lana, Rusev.
Well, there it is. Your hot Scooby-Doo news. Still waiting on that Evil Within style Scooby-Doo game that I dreamt up earlier this year.
It'll happen.
Dude.
I wonder if anybody's modded Left 4 Dead and changed the survivors to...
If not, why not? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Modding's not that hard. Get on it. Grab some models from one of those PS2 games. Throw it over. Come on. Make it happen.
Could work.
The Flintstones and WWE are a thing. Stone Age SmackDown.
Fuck.
There has to be like a caveman Stone Cold, right?
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
Come on.
Yeah.
Stone's in the name. You...
I think this is past. Yeah, this is Dan O'Brien era. So
Lame.
sorry, guys.
Lame. Well, this is a video game show where we talk about what video games we've played in the last week. So I will ask you two the question. What video games have you all been playing?
Scooby Doo and SNES.
Mark, what have you been playing the last week?
So, in light of us playing Gears 5, I was like, hey, maybe I should just breeze through the other Gears games casually.
Oh, yeah,
Just because, by casual I mean like easiest difficulty, because I don't
yeah.
care. I just want to just go through it.
Yeah.
So I did the Ultimate Edition of the first one. Don't care about that one.
Tell me why. Elaborate on that a little
It's
bit.
just a buggy mess.
Okay, then we had the same experience.
It's nothing ultimate about it. It's
Yeah.
like the lighting is like way brighter now. Like,
Yeah.
I unless I'm mistaken, I remember the 360 version of like the final chapter when you're on the train being like a dark, more reddish orange colors. It just felt more, just had more of a atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
This time it's all like bright yellow skies, like someone feels like it's like a sunset on a train,
Nah.
just shooting down, stuff. But yeah, it was definitely just a buggy mess to a point where some characters, like some AI scripts, wouldn't be activated. So I had to reload the save just for it to happen finally.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I just couldn't move on unless whatever happened.
Blair Witch all over again.
Yeah, just I don't know, just stuff like that on and off. I mean, it plays fine, it's whatever.
See, I didn't like the way it felt when I played it, but I don't know. That was just I don't know.
It's definitely not as smooth as 5. Cause I guess that was another reason why I wanted to play them was like just compare and contrast like how far has this franchise gone and like what are its highlights, what are its more lower moments.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing like 3 is like the best one. I don't know. I hear people like 5 more than 4.
It seems like that makes sense.
And that seems to be
Yeah.
So I remember playing a little bit of 1. It was before I think the swarm started coming. What was that? It's those things that attack you when you're in the dark.
The flying.
Yeah.
I forget their name.
But you have to kind of run from light to light.
Yes.
I got to that level, and that's kind of where I stopped with that campaign.
Yeah, and I remember
it was someone else that had the game. I was over their house. And
Well,
I just never got back.
right
to it.
after that, I think you have to drive the car and fight them off.
Seems right.
And in the 360 version, I had a bug with that to where it just wouldn't kill them.
Nah,
The light didn't do anything.
that sucks.
Oh yeah, it was with the yep, I remember that.
Because I know you have to zoom with left trigger, and right trigger activates the light to be even brighter to do damage. And
Alan
just
Wake.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like nothing was happening. But I mean, I finished it. It's fine. It's Gears, I guess.
Are you happy that you did it, or are you kind of like,
I mean, I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't care about it.
You said playing through all the Gears games casually. Have you moved on to the next one?
No,
or-
because that one took a little bit, and I'm just like, I can't do these consecutively. I need little breaks in between. My October is a little booked, in a way. Started Luigi's Mansion
on the old GameCube?
Yeah.
How's that going so far? You, again, reminder if you missed last week, never played all the way through?
I've only played the first maybe 20 minutes or
of
so.
the first one.
Yeah. And I haven't touched it since.
Luigi's Mansion.
Ooh, give it time.
And now I think I'm a little more than halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Because out of the booze that you collect, there's 50 booze to collect. I'm at 35.
All right.
Are you saying booze or boobs?
That's a different.
I'll leave it
different game.
I'll leave it to the listener.
You have to spray them with Lugu.
You can soak ghosts with water.
Soaking ghosts.
Because
White ghost
they have a weird
they tend to make some weird shit, man.
They do, man. Let me tell you. Well, actually,
Lugu. I just like saying that.
There was one moment where I'm in a bathroom and there's a ghost taking a shower, or they're taking a bath, but the lightning is making a silhouette because the shower curtain, so you just see this hourglass figure bathing, but then when you use the vacuum to open the shower curtain, it's actually this big lady, and she's all embarrassed that you saw her, so and then because you have to go and use your Game Boy Horror, the camera thing, you have to find their heart, scan it so you're able to put your flashlight on it. Alan Wake.
Well, isn't the Game Boy Horror thing Fatal Frame in a way?
You don't need it to see the ghosts. They just kind of pop up on their own whenever.
Yeah.
But if you want to find the heart to
it's like a scouting report.
Yeah, basically, and then to navigate the rest of the room to see little secrets and stuff. If you see a mirror, you take a picture of it and it'll warp you back to the main lobby of the mansion.
I forgot about that whole mechanic.
Yeah,
That was like a fast travel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And almost every room has one, I think.
Can you go from the main lobby back to one of those mirrors?
Nope. It just brings you back to the main lobby because there's a mirror in the lobby. So I took a picture of that and it was just okay. Yeah. And the room started spinning and warped.
Right where you're yeah. So how does it look? Because you're playing that with the HDMI adapter thing.
Yes. So I guess thankfully my TV is so old that it outputs only the 720.
Okay.
And this is perfect. Because
that's what it max.
That's basically where it maxes at for GameCube. It's smooth. It's really nice. The only thing, and this might be a case by case basis, with Luigi, because throughout the game, he's humming the tune. Right. So whenever lights are on, that's what he's doing. That's how you know he's calm and fine. And he starts to whistle. Mm-hmm. So but when he's more soft humming, kind of shivering, it's a nice detail. It's a nice touch.
No, that was one of the most underrated things that no one ever talks about is the use of sound in that game.
Yeah. There's a weird outline around his mouth, as if it's kind of clipping through the front of his face.
Weird.
But just that line. So there's this square around his lips
where they probably animate. Whatever he's doing.
Right. So if he's talking or screaming or whistling or something, I guess it's just that part is a different part of his face, model wise.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm only seeing that because of his HDMI stuff.
Yeah, because
had this been hooked up analog or whatever, you probably wouldn't see that at all.
That's crazy.
So
there's no settings you can change on that thing, right?
Oh, that's the other thing. You can't even change the controls, and that kind of bothers me.
I think you're talking about the piece.
Oh,
yeah. I meant that. Yeah, but
yeah.
No. What about controls in the game?
So the C stick is to aim your flashlight and the vacuum, and it's inverted.
That sucks.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad.
So it's hard to aim. It's weird.
You can't change that.
You can't. The only thing you can change as soon as you pause it. The only thing you can change is how Luigi moves. So you can have it to where you have fully directional Luigi or sidestepping Luigi. So you pause, shift over to the right to select that option, and then you just have the back of Luigi towards you, and then you can just strafe without him having to, like, so if you're, leaning left or right,
is that something
he won't
need to do? Is it just like a control scheme?
I think it's just a control scheme. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I've never had to use it for anything. So I mean, is a launch title for the GameCube. I don't know what. Maybe they're just like, hey, maybe this would make sense. I don't know. Dude, that's weird. But I'm getting used to it. It's fine when you're vacuuming because the whole point of getting the ghosts and then, like, the number going down is like you have to kind of go opposite of the way they're going. You have to keep pulling them as if you're like fishing or something instead of going with them. So I guess I get the inversion with that, I guess. But other than that, like trying to aim a flashlight to just so I can suck them in, that gets annoying. Navigating the house is not so bad. It's actually it looks complicated because there's like technically like 4, maybe 5 floors, because it's 3 floors, a basement, and the roof. And it's fine for the most part. It has a nice map. When you get a key, it will always show you immediately what door that key is for. Cool. Very like casual Metroidvania going on, because you get different.
Very casual Resident Evil going on.
Yeah, really good map. I will say that.
And you had mentioned to me, texted me the other night about casual Metroidvania. I never thought of that game as something like that, but that's...
I didn't consider it until I started getting power-ups. So, like, you can get enhancements for your vacuum where you can suck in different elemental spirits, and you can, because the R button is vacuum, L button is to blow out of your vacuum.
Right.
So you can either have water, fire, or ice.
Yes.
And there's sometimes there's a special ghost where you have to hit them with the element first, then the flashlight, then you can suck them in. Or there's like certain puzzles where you have to like maybe put out a fire or water some plants to get specific like money or gems out of them.
That's coming back to me.
Yeah, or like freeze water or something. So like that lady I found in the tub, she was enjoying that bath because it was hot. So I had to freeze it, and then that got her out. And then whatever. They're really good at saving too. Like on the go, like, so every time I get a boo, EGAD will like call you in and use your Game Boy Horror as like a communicator, and they'll be like, all right, just send me your data, and that means saving the game.
Right.
So that's nice. If you find any toads, they're usually scared, but you have to find all the boos in that area first, and then once they're not scared anymore, then you can save with them whenever. So there's a nice progression with that, because I feel like, if I lost, what do I do? It's like, you have to go all the way back. No, they're pretty smart with it, so that's nice. And then like when you catch the main like bigger spirits in the house, because there's spirits and there's boos. Like there's, I don't know what to call them.
The
ghosts, I guess. I don't know what to call them.
Yeah.
But they're like, maybe I guess family members or just other people who lived in this mansion. They have more details about them. Like they look more like humans. They have hair and limbs, whatnot. Not just a one color Pac-Man ghost kind of thing going on. Because once you capture all them, then you transfer them to EGAD, put them through this machine, and then they get turned into paintings. And then you put them in this little collection hall. And that's just where they stay forever.
It's so sad and fucked up, but like...
Yeah.
That game's kind of fucked. Like, there's a dead baby in that house.
Yeah, and then 2 little kids, twins. Yeah. They're playing like hide and seek. And then you have to... Yeah. But did you come across the fortune teller?
Yeah, I mean, I have not played that game since I was in high school, so I don't remember.
So like, you have to find different pieces of like Mario's stuff, like a shoe, a glove, a hat, a letter, and a power star. Okay, like a Starman.
Yeah,
it made the Mario 64 noise when I grabbed it, but not that little tune. Of grabbing the star, it was like that same noise I could hear. And whenever Luigi got hit, it sounded like a sound file from the 64 of Mario getting hit. Cool. It was like a wow kind of thing. But yeah, the fortune teller, like, she'll give you little bits of info about Mario and like kind of what's going on, where he's at, where he's captured. But I already saw in a cutscene what happened to him.
Yeah, like he's in the...
Because I snuck into another room where it looks like a fountain of Bowser. It's like his head. But I can peeking through it, and I can see King Boo, and I can see Mario in the painting saying help, like get me out.
Yeah.
He still has his hat. He still has both gloves. So I don't know what the fuck I found. But then
Doppelganger, that's what
yeah.
And this is where I was hoping
Wow.
this game probably would have achievements just this one time.
Yeah.
Because I had the water element on my vacuum, and I'm looking out this fountain, and I was shooting water out of the mouth of Bowser.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, all right.
That would have been,
nothing.
yeah. If that was a thing, that would have been.
Let me hit the share button. Oh shit.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Or I could fire would have been cool too. And then I went to the fortune teller after I gave her everything. She
Fire and Ice would have been the name of that achievement.
Right.
Yeah, steamy. She was the only one that was willing to get like sucked up.
Oh, okay. Maybe I do remember.
She was like, "All right, like that's all I can help you with. I can be at peace now. Please, like,
take me.
yeah." But I still had to like do it the same way as if I was taking anyone else. Where
Right.
like they're kind of struggling. They're making it a challenge. So maybe I just kind of see it as, oh, she's just being playful.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got to earn it. Okay, whatever. Yeah. It was just it's just weird. Like things you wouldn't think to think about until after the fact. But yeah, dead baby.
So wait, hold on. Dead Baby.
Yeah.
Dead Baby in PT. Hideo Kojima. Is this game part of the Strand genre?
Yes.
It's a trick question. Can't say no because we don't know what the fuck the Strand genre is yet.
Yes, it is. Because technically, you're stringing together the histories of these lives of these people by the use of the vacuum, which we know the vacuum is a vehicle for so many different things.
Poltergeist 3000.
Yeah. There's something about that era of video games that I just miss. Like, you talking about 64, like, I don't know, man. We need more shit. Just that. I don't know.
It's very experimental.
Yeah, just like doing weird shit. Like, Nintendo doesn't do weird. Well, I guess they do weird shit still. They do a lot of weird
Arms.
shit. Yeah, I know. But
Rip.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Splatoon's fucking weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just because there's a sequel now doesn't make it any less weird.
I know.
Dude, getting the Starman.
Also, how to play with your friends in Splatoon 2. Fucking weird.
Very weird. It might be the weirdest thing I've ever done.
That's all. Weird's a word for that.
Yeah.
But like, getting the Starman, I had to go through this astrology room basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first I had to light these 5 candles, like almost pentagram style.
I was gonna say which shape we're talking here.
They were positioned at those points, so I had to take the fire element, light them, and then fight these ghosts, whatever. Yeah. And then I went into the other room. There's a telescope. I look through it. I see the moon. Okay, whatever. At first I thought it was Earth. I'm like, where the fuck am I then? Because it was just like weirdly zooming in on it. And then all of a sudden, like, I capture some ghosts, and then the room, like the walls start disappearing, and I just see stars, and then I see the moon in the distance, and then like part of the room like breaks, so I can stand on this ledge, and this weird shooting star ghost keeps going by, and then I suck it up, but he's not in the vacuum. It's just like on the end of the suction because it's a ball basically.
Yeah.
And then I'm aiming, and then I'm like trying to hit the moon. I guess that's what they want me to do. So I hit the moon, I blow up the moon, like explosion, blow up the moon, and then this weird light path, just like a little snake path, and then there's a Starman at the end. I'm like, that's a weird way to get the star.
But it's kind of like how they did
it was trippy.
I like that it's the inverse of what you do in Super Mario 64 to get the wing cap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, not exactly the same, but just like fucking with the sun to get the flight. I don't know.
But like, I liked it.
Yeah,
it was cool. I just didn't expect that to happen. And I was like, I can see why Luigi's Mansion 3 is like, it's like they're taking a lot of that.
Yeah.
And just going full with it. So like,
I'm curious to see what you think of 2 when you get there. Yeah. And I'm also kind of curious to jump back into 2 maybe a little bit this week. But
I mean, I'll probably beat this game in another sitting. So I'm kind of curious how the 3DS version of this first one is as well. Just to see the differences, I guess. But I think I'll just watch something and not really play it.
YouTube video. There's no reason.
Yeah. I just want to see if you could edit the controls or stuff like that.
I don't remember. I remember hearing people talk about it, and it was basically the same. But
yeah,
but they've made some refinements, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I watched a video comparing the two, and that's why I got the GameCube one.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game.
Nice.
I'm sad I didn't play it sooner, but I'm happy I'm playing it now.
It's a good time for it.
Yeah. And then I guess if I just want to throw a little. That was like my biggest.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like got Apple Arcade again.
Hey.
Oh, you bought it now.
Yeah, I bought it now, and now I can choose to, quit
this
it,
is
quit it whenever, and still
Yeah.
have it continue for. Fuck, that's so dumb.
You mean you just got glitched by iOS 13? Let's just
No,
face it.
Yeah.
man, it said it. It was a message. It was like during the trial. It was like, if you cancel this, you're not getting this back.
That's so
It is
weird.
done immediately. Like it said immediately, and I was like, oh, all right.
Because every other
That's not really how
subscription-
trials work,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah. Like the Boomerang one, like it said, like, hey, if you cancel this,
Yeah.
you'll still be able to access until October, whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's weird. It must be that in order to get that trial, you're signing up for the first month or some shit. Is what I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know.
So what games did you dive into with Apple Arcade?
Just Grindstone.
How do you like Grindstone?
I like it. I think I went up to like level 10. It started getting a little challenging, but like I don't know if it like in a good way or like a bad way. I think they're just trying to do a little too much at once, maybe for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's nothing wrong with the game. I think that's just my opinion. Because you have those little icons in the corner for the requirements to get before you leave, and you can just get the exit and not
go,
and
yeah.
not get the treasure chest. But I'm sticking around for the treasure chest.
No, I was getting everything.
So I'm
Yeah.
like trying to get the key, trying to get to the treasure chest, and then like, oh, no, bigger enemies are popping up now called jerks.
Oh, I haven't gotten it.
So in order to get the jerks, you have to get a chain of 10
Uh-huh.
of the same color in
Uh-huh.
order to get to them.
Okay. Are they still one
And-
hit? As long as you get 10, you touch them, and you're good?
Yeah, but then it's hard, and you have to strategize where you're going to land because more of the things get angry over time. So if you're landing next to an angry one, end of your turn, they
Then
hit you.
you're taking a hit.
But now it's getting to a point where there's a lot of angry ones when you start.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a little overwhelming. And
Yeah, it's
then
a
like,
lot.
and then you have like the weird like little wizard guy. Have you ever ran into those?
Mm-mm.
Like sometimes like a little wizard will pop down and he's like very like skittish. He's all like scared, and they'll come in different colored robes. So you have to have a chain
Of
of
the
that
same
of that
color.
specific color to get to them.
And what does the wizard give you?
Ooh, I forget. Oh, I know you get their staff, but I don't know if the staff like breaks down into like other materials or something.
Okay.
I've been kind of disappointed with every level besides like in terms of blueprints,
Mm-hmm.
because you get that blueprint for the shield,
Yeah.
you get a blueprint for the arrow.
See, okay, so I
And that's it.
I haven't played it since we talked last week, so I never got the arrow blueprint. I just got the shield.
It
one.
might have been the next level,
Probably, yeah.
just to tell you how to use it. It doesn't take up a turn. You can still do your swiping like
That's
sword
cool.
attacks afterwards. But so if anything has like a number, like the jerk takes 10,
Yeah.
that would take it down to 9.
Okay.
Or you could just hit whoever,
yeah.
just to make it a little easier, I guess.
Or if you have that one drop of like an angry dude, otherwise you'd have a perfect chain. You could probably knock him out, and then
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like I've been sticking around because I've been hoping to get blueprints for all these things,
Yeah.
and I just haven't been getting them. And then it wasn't until like after level 10, I was like, all right, well I failed it. I'm gonna go back to the inn.
Right.
Go to the blacksmith.
Level up or heal.
You can buy blueprints,
Oh,
but it was only one. It was for like this big spin attack or something. So I guess you can hit like a radius.
In-game currency, by the way, right?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. It's Apple. Yeah, there's no.
No, that's why I was.
No. So
making sure.
with each treasure chest, you get gems and wood.
Got it.
That's all it's been. And usually, if you get everything, they give like a little blueprint with it. So I was like, where's my blueprints?
Yeah, what's
Because I
going
don't
on
want this
here?
wooden shield. I want a better shield.
Yeah.
I want to use it more than once because I need it. But no, I mean it's fine. I do like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it at first. It was kind of a rough start. No, I mean it's fun. I dig it.
I don't think. Oh, I tried word laces. I think is what it is.
I downloaded other games, but I didn't play them yet.
Word laces started off really easy, but then whatever. But so it's a puzzle game. It'll show you a picture of like a fucking classroom, and then beneath the picture of the classroom, you'll have these little like buttons that you can interact with that are fractions of letters. So let's say it's a classroom. You'll have one button that says CL, another one that says AS, another one that's just S, an RO, and an OM.
Got it.
You need to drag your finger to combine them. But all of the words kind of get mixed up. So classroom, the picture of the classroom also has a microscope in it, and also has desks in it, and also has a chalkboard. So the letters start at the bottom. It's not straight up just CLA. It's like CLCH, and you have to just keep going through until it's very much just an idle pastime kind of game. But I played it just kind of.
It's like a weird way of doing a word search.
It is. It was like a word search that you're doing by like thumbing at the bottom of the screen.
Huh.
And as you complete a word, those letters disappear.
Got it.
And more fall into place. It was just it was there. Why not? But I don't think I played much else in the way of Apple Arcade this week. I'm like, I don't know where I fall on that. Like, I kind of like that I have this huge library of games, but nothing has been that super compelling to me.
Right. Like, it's been the same effect with almost everything.
Like, all of it's like, oh, this is cool. I'm glad that I got to play this for 5 minutes. And then, you know what I mean? Then I move on. Like, I don't know.
Like, I have various Day Life downloaded.
That's the
That's Square's game,
Square.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like Bravely Default-ish.
Thank you. Yeah.
Kind of game. And then Assemble.
Yeah, I think Assemble's cool, but I think it also is like
I tried Frogger. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like
that's not
totally fine, but not.
I probably noped out quicker than you did.
Yeah, I gave it a couple levels.
Y'all didn't play Call of Duty Mobile this week?
No, did you?
No. No, I probably will play it at some point. As I say, I did. I keep seeing it pop up on YouTube. I'm like, it was like Call of Duty on mobile.
Yeah.
I forgot.
PUBG was pretty bad, so we'll see.
Oh yeah. You know what? I haven't tried controller yet either. I keep meaning.
Yeah, you should try that.
I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Part 2, Call of Duty Mobile. You don't shoot. You just aim, and it shoots for you.
All right. Well, maybe I'm not going to try it.
Oh, it sounds like
you can turn on advanced mode where you do actually pull the trigger, but
sounds like Mario Kart.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, hey Matt, I have a question.
Yes.
How come we haven't played Overwatch lately?
Well, I've been playing a few things.
Oh, yes.
A few things. One, I've been going through that campaign of Gears 5 very slowly.
Yes, we talked last week a little bit about how we felt about it as a trio. You've been playing solo, because as we've been playing, you were playing as Jack.
Yes.
The old robot flying boy.
Yes.
I forgot he was in the first one.
It was?
Oh, yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh.
And, like, the way he popped up, I saw, like, I would just watch to see where he would appear. And, like...
Did he pop up and say Bazinga? Is that what he did?
There wasn't even... There wasn't even, like a highlighted animation of him coming out of cloaking. It was just... Clip. There he is.
That's weird.
Just loaded into the game.
It was before, his refresh rate updated, the phase in instead of. So I will say this about the trio. Jack is probably not the way you want to experience that game for the first time. Jack is probably perfect for someone that's played the game and wants to help their friends through. So say, for instance, we'll get there soon enough, but like a Destiny where like, oh, I already completed the campaign and I want to complete it with a friend, but it's kind of the same. This will bring a different experience.
Sure.
You would know what things to do at certain points that kind of help your team out. I don't think it's the definitive way to see this campaign through for the first time.
So have you caught up to where we are?
No, I'm not even close.
Okay.
I haven't even switched to Kate yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm in that last chapter of Act 1, but already playing it, I was like, oh, this is the way to play Gears of War.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have been hindering the experience for you two as playing as Jack. Now, there's been those segments of, oh, Jack just got a new shiny power. Where do we go now? Oh, why? Well, it seems like we can walk through fire, but
we're dying.
We're dying.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to use Jack's new ability.
So, hold on, because you said everything you just said in a matter of like 7 or 8 seconds. We spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out how to get past that thing.
It took a guide.
And you're sitting here like blaming yourself, but it's not your fault. It should have popped up on your screen that said, hi, Jack, the player Jack. You just got a new fucking power that can heal your people from fire. So if you run into a fire obstacle, you should protect them so they can run through fire. Nowhere did it tell you that.
No.
We had to fucking Bing it and fuck that. That's not on you.
But I was telling you already, but there was that sequence in Chapter 2, and Chapter 2 is just like that walking kind of similar level where Jack becomes Jack because he was Dave, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dave, and then they're like, well, fuck Dave.
Dave broke, and then you become Jack. And you go walk and get that component, and once you get that component, it's like, hey, try this thing out. Let JD get behind cover, and we're going to try this out. Well, like, I remember when I was playing as Jack, it was very confusing as to, like, am I doing this right? I think I am. I'm, like, right near the dude. I'm facing him. I'm flashing him. And, like, I guess I'm doing it right. So let me go on. When you're playing by yourself with that, or when you're playing with a CPU Jack, an AI Jack, you get controls mapped to you. For me, I'm playing keyboard and mouse, so it's to T. For me, I'm assuming it would be pulled like to a trigger or to a face button or something. But the way Jack is, he has two abilities that are on two different trees. And I don't know if you guys have ever gone into that. It lets you, but you can't upgrade with me playing them. Only I have those powers.
Sure.
But you can flip through those powers pretty much at any point. Now, your cooldown will stay the same, but you can flip and do whatever. One is mapped to just a passive button, and then the other one is mapped to when you're aiming down sights and you press that button. So flashing, all I have to do is come up out of cover, kind of put my reticule over that person, hit the Jack button, and then as long as I have flash equipped, he'll go flash, pop that guy out of cover, bang, 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 he's dead. So playing with Jack like that is a lot easier. Not to say that we couldn't do that, but it requires constant communication.
Right, yeah.
And then, so using a CPU Jack, especially the first time playing, makes things a little bit easier. Like, you can still do the ammo thing, but, like, Jack's not actively kind of scouring around for, like, me. Like, you guys are firefighting or whatever. I'm kind of going to these side things like, oh, I found a cool gun. Let me bring it over.
Sure.
Like, I can't do that by myself. I have to, like, actually look at the gun and find it and say, bring me that.
Yeah. Which makes sense, I guess.
And he still risks, like, I can't just send him out into the middle of a firefight to bring me ammo because he does become uncloaked. He can still get downed. So
if he's downed he can't fail. There's no fail state on Jack.
Well,
right?
There's a down state. And I can get to him, but like I just can't throw him out into danger.
But on us, like we have a timer, and if we're not picked back up,
I think I have a timer. I think Jack has a timer too.
Really?
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe he doesn't.
I felt like we never ran into a timer with you playing as Jack.
Oh my god, the AI in the first one, they would get down so much for the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
And then I would fail because of it.
Yeah.
And then it was that level you stopped at.
But you're liking that on your own better?
Yeah. It's so satisfying. Then even the pulling, like pushing up and pulling people out of cover.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a really good mechanic, and it makes you kind of want to like push forward. You know, one of the games, like you could probably just sit back in the same cover and just pick off foes, but that game does its best to try to encourage you to keep pushing. So, that game is meant to be played as one of the characters with a gun. Especially early on, and that's the one kind of thing with Jack so early on. He has no powers. You just kind of feel useless. Like, I can go around and zap people, but when I zap people, I'll come out of cover and I just get shot at. And, like, I can defer some bullets away so you could maybe flank or something. But, like, we're not really playing like that. Like, we're just kind of shooting the shit.
Shoot and move forward.
Yeah. We're talking about bullshit more so than we're strategizing on anything.
Yeah, no.
So, but yeah. I tried playing it on the most difficult. I think it's called Insane.
Yeah.
That lasted half a chapter. I was like, all right,
fuck this. Yeah.
I doing the one you're playing on though, and I'm not having a tough time with it.
Was it experience?
Experience. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of a struggle, but like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's my fault. Like, oh, I did something dumb.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's nice. But I have to say, as you go on with Jack and you get powers, it still doesn't become the best experience because your cooldowns are just too slow for you to keep making an impact on the battlefield. But I don't mind playing it with you guys, but that I would just kind of throw caution to the wind. I would not suggest that for everyone.
Yeah.
You should probably play through it. Try to find like a friend, or if you are going to be that third, try to just play through on your own. And not to maybe go through the whole campaign before, but just go through the area first because you would be a lot more better of a help because you'll understand what to do.
So you've been playing that, and that's prevented us from playing Overwatch together. No. Oh, okay. No. Well, then what else have you been?
So what started as a joke last Friday night.
Oh, shit. We're doing this now. All right. I thought you had something else.
No, I mean, I started Fire Emblem.
Oh, okay.
I played a tutorial mission. That was literally this morning. So
Thoughts?
it seems like a grid-based strategy game,
All right.
and I'm yet to pick a house.
Fair enough.
And I couldn't pick I'm a demon.
Oh, I know. I didn't like that.
And then I couldn't pick I'm a ghost.
I did
I'm
not.
immortal.
Yeah, that knocked it down a few.
Fucking game.
Pegs for me. Well, real quick before you jump,
The joke.
Do you? No. Well, do you? Did you pick a house like mentally yet? You feel like you have an inclination?
I wanted to. So the main reason I'm pretty much playing this game, let's just be real, is for Game of the Year purposes because you seem to be very high on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think separation from that game has like brought it back down to reality for me, but it is definitely one of my favorite ones of the year.
I was going to talk to see what houses you have played has, and I will voluntarily go to the third for story purposes.
You know what? Tell me, why don't you do this? I will wait for you to tell me your inclination.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Because I'm going to the monastery. That's where pretty much I stopped.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll chat with the peeps there.
Chat with some people, see what you like. I want to see where you kind of lean toward without any outside influence.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
So continue on with this joke game.
Yeah, the joke. So we were just kind of hanging out.
Yep.
And we were like, lad, what is this game that they call Shenmue? So we fucking launch it. And I have to say, the game just throws you right into it. And I got to give credit where credit is due. Not many games just do that anymore. Like the new strand genre, who knows how many strands I have to go through before the game picks up, you know?
I'm getting so far away from that game. Anyway.
So we're playing it. It's kind of clever. It's good. Like
it's compelling.
If you go and if you think of it in that mindset of when it came out, like,
did anyone ever think it was bad?
No, we just never played it, and like
I never understood what it was.
And whenever you would ask Ben, like, "What is Shenmue?" He's like, "Dude,
Shenmue,
fucking Shenmue." You're like,
"What? You don't know what that means?"
And you're like, "I don't."
We're playing it the whole time, just like, who's Shenmue?
Who is?
I thought Shenmue was Shenmue, but no, it's Ryu.
Do you know who Shenmue is?
No, I don't. That was my last bullet point here.
But like,
wait, is it a person or a place?
We don't know. I still don't know. I'm on disc 3 of this game. So yes, disc 3. That means I have been playing this shit out of Shenmue.
See, our SeaWorld has Shamu.
I always thought this was
their SeaWorld has Shenmue.
When I was a boy and Shenmue came out, I always thought everybody was really excited because you finally got to play as that whale from the Sonic game.
So Sonic Adventure?
Yeah, I thought that this was the Shenmue. Yeah. So, you're in it, man. Like, you got...
I absolutely adore this game.
What the fuck?
I think I get it. I don't know if I do fully, but I think I get it.
Cool.
So let's dial it back to perspective.
Okay.
Like, I've gone into this game with the right mindset of, like, this is 99.
Dreamcast.
There's going to be... Yeah, there's going to be that jank.
Yeah.
There's also a game that's Japanese as fuck, so there's going to be, like, that Japanese jank to it.
Sure.
So, like, once I put myself in that mindset and just kind of embraced it for what it was, this game is awesome. Like, it hits all the right notes.
All right, so I kind of know because we did that little bit of it, but let's say it's me a year ago, and all I've ever heard is Ben go, "Fucking shit,
Dreamcast."
What is
Coors Light?
What is
So Shenmue is a game or a story of revenge. You play as Ryu Hazuki. And from what I said before, the game just throws you into it. A cutscene, your dad dies, and he's kind of vowing revengeance. And a lot of this game is like investigation. It's kind of going around the town, meeting people, trying to get to the bottom of what happened, and you're kind of you start to piece things together. Like right away, you hear about this black car that drove away fast the day of your father's death. So you kind of trace that, and then you kind of get to the next part. And the whole time, Ryu's kind of taking notes in his notebook that you can bring up at any point. And it's like, oh, black car sped away at death. Investigate this, and you just keep talking, and you get another thread. Ryu writes it down, and you keep just kind of going until you kind of come to a conclusion or a dead end, and then you kind of jump to the next thing. But the game is very, and this is what I was concerned about. I thought it would just kind of let me explore at my own will. The game does a good job of channeling you into the town that you kind of need to be in, and letting you just kind of go at your own pace. Time is not as big as a factor as I thought it was. There are things where like you'll discover like, oh, I should meet someone at the arcade at noon tomorrow. You probably want to. I haven't done a thing where that's popped up and I haven't made it.
Sure.
So I don't know if it will reset again for the next day. But if you get there 11:50, lo and behold, a cutscene happens or something, an event happens.
That's cool.
So yeah, like it plays into it a little bit, but I haven't felt like overwhelmed with like a 24-hour like, oh, all right, I got a fucking schedule to get to. I gotta get here, then I gotta get here, then I gotta get here. So there's a fighting mechanic to it, but you don't see it a lot. I think I'm finally seeing it more in Disc 3, but don't expect to fight someone until
it's mostly like
3
an adventure
hours.
game. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then even before you fight, there's like QTE battle sequences, and you have to think about QTEs in 99 aren't. It's like kind of fucking revolutionary, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, but yeah, it's a simple tale of revenge, and you're just trying to figure out who did it, and how to get revenge and how to get to said person and whatever. But it just slowly strings you along. But then you got all this Japanese bullshit. Like, so I have to wait till the bars open at night to go figure out my next clue because I have to go explore the bars.
That's cool.
So let me go to the fucking arcade in town and play darts. Get that high score, right?
Why not?
So I do that, and I see, oh, it's 7 o'clock. The bars are open now.
I love that you literally just pantomime looking at your fucking watch because that's the thing you do in the game.
I mean, the watch UI is up there all the time, but you bring up your inventory, hit the watch, and you bring it up. And there's a little flashlight if you want to turn that on. Stupid.
I remember like a video of just somebody just only using the capsule machine and just opening up the little toys.
I've done that. There's an achievement for doing the first one.
I got a text from Matt the other night that said, I love what Ben said about opening drawers for 2 hours because I did that exact thing last night.
Yep. Dude, Daddy has some secrets around
so
that
you just
house.
hung out putting sock puzzles together, open up a fucking bunch of drawers for 2 hours. Drawers.
I found some things, man.
Wait, like you never played Gone Home? That's what
Yeah.
I think I did because I found some things I needed for later in the game. Like going to that dojo, and there's like more in that dojo than you think, guys.
I'm coming through our text messages because
I do want to play these eventually.
Yeah, me too, and they're all on
liking
Game Pass.
this.
But
I mean, I never had doubts, but I'm liking
So yeah, I'm playing the PC version of this. I'm not sure there's a difference between the Shenmue 1-2 HD pack and what's been released on the actual Xbox console. Because Joe, I didn't realize they were separated on Xbox 1 and 2. So I don't know if there's any kind of big major differences there. If you do play this on PC, please do not play this with keyboard and mouse. Please plug in your Xbox controller because it is a fucking mess. The QTE events are like mapped like 1, 2, and 3. It's like, ugh.
There's just shit that like out of nowhere, like out of context text messages. Like I'm used to out of context text messages from Marc, and then we go into some rabbit hole. Now I'm getting these at like, because Matt's not a big text message man, right? Like you and I go back and forth almost daily. Matt, I'm good at like once every couple of days. Matt like asks a question or just a dumb thing. I'm getting shit. I'm trying to get a job in Shenmue. I'm like. Okay.
Yeah, I had to get in.
Wait, in Shen? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, never mind. You just meant the game. I thought
I
you're speaking in terms of in-game, like, oh, you know what Shenmue is? Like, it's a place. It's a
No, we still don't know.
Yeah.
We still don't know. So, yeah, like, Disc 3 requires you come to find out maybe what gang is associated with it.
So it actually tells you what disc you're on?
Not in this. I've been kind of loosely using the guide because I don't want to spend all day on this because I like it. Because I like it so much that I want to be Shenmue 2, and then I want to be on the hype train for a month before it gets delayed into next year, so I can experience that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, so my job, I was looking because a gang evidently messes with like new hires. So, and with any job in the harbor. So I was trying to get a job in the harbor to like interact with the gang members. And seeing if I get more answers.
Did you get the job?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Forklift.
I was about to say, Sega All-Stars. That's what he drives.
Yeah. That's,
no, he drives the fucking... Or
was it DLC? I think it's DLC.
He drives a hang-on car in there. But maybe that was the DLC. I can't remember. I was watching...
I remember it's him in a forklift in something. Specifically a forklift. I don't know for what.
Let me see.
That's what my jigsaw puzzle pieces are.
But this is what this game is. This is where the Japanese part comes in, right?
Right.
So I'm talking to my shift manager, Marc, and he's like, all right, first day.
What's up?
And the first day, he's like, all right, shift starts at 9:30, or no, shift starts at 10, but get here a half an hour early. And I was like, ooh, shit, gang stuff. We're gonna get initiated. All right, I'm gonna get some more answers. Cool. I get there, he's like, all right, time to race. He has the forklift drivers warm up by doing a race every morning.
Wow.
And that's how the forklift racing incorporates itself into the game. It's like, this boss is pretty cool. We're fucking racing forklifts around the harbor.
So I found a wiki entry here for Ryo Hazuki.
There was also an arcade game I think he was driving to.
It says, so first, we're both right. In Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, he's a playable character where he drives his friend's motorcycle.
Yeah.
And with his All-Star move, he can use the forklift truck. In Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, he's a playable character as purchasable DLC for the Steam release. His signature vehicle is an Outrun arcade cabinet, which transforms into the Hang-On and Space Harrier cabinets for the water and air, respectively. His bio here on this wiki page says, Ryo Hazuki is the main protagonist of the Shenmue series. He's a Japanese teenager who lives in Yamanose, Yokosuka, and dropped out of high school to avenge his father, Iwao Hazuki's murder. He has appeared in several of the same games as Sonic the Hedgehog. Bio complete. It's the whole... There you go.
Okay, yeah, well, I love that even more then. He drives a fucking arcade cabinet.
Yeah, that's in the Steam... Because I
remember that.
I'm more familiar with the Transformed iteration, not the All-Stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt.
Fucking shit.
No, it's... Yeah, I mean, like I say, as long as you're cool with putting yourself in that mindset, like, there are times where... I know I probably should be exploring the town, maybe finding some side quests, but it's like, I gotta fucking wait till noon.
Oh, dude, no.
And it's 8 a.m. It's time to play Konami Pixel Puzzle.
Yeah.
Shenmue is definitely trademarked. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like a trademark game. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's... That's up my alley.
So this is the November.
Like,
after you get out of Luigi's Mansion shit, this is where you fall into
Judgment.
Shenmue. Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the side quests I could be doing right now, that kitty you find goes missing. Like, I could, like, be out there trying to find this cat, but instead I'm playing Konami Pixel Puzzle on my phone, waiting until noon for my appointment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm getting towards the end of that game. I should beat this by the time we record next week, and I will be on to Shenmue 2.
They really missed out on calling that Shen 2.
I think I hit everything I pretty much wanted to say, because, you know... Oh, Fuku-san is a little pussy.
Okay. I'm sure someone out there is going to...
The Shenmue players, the true ones, will know what I'm talking about. Guy's a little bitch, just keeps ratting on me.
Oh, fuck.
Mom,
fuck
you.
Snitches get stitches,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Bitch. Anyway.
Wait, one question.
Yeah, please.
Did they explain why Ryu has the Nelly Band-Aid on his face?
It's just there.
Okay.
The game just throws you into it.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
But yeah, Shenmue, man.
We literally like put it on because it was like, what the fuck is this? And then
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
It's good. It's good. It's fucking Shenmue, man.
Yeah. All right.
I get it. I get it now, Ben.
Session. I keep trying to play Session, but for some reason this week it just keeps crashing within a couple minutes.
Back to early access.
Yeah, it's like after that day one patch, there hasn't been a new patch, but it just keeps crashing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. At first I thought it was because I was trying to stream it, so I was like, all right, fuck the stream. I'll just play it by myself. Crash. Restart the computer. Like it just... I have good days and bad days. Like I'll jump in, I can get maybe 5 minutes in, no crash, then crash. Some of it, it's like literally like press the button to push, go to do my first jump, the whole thing just locks up, hard crash.
It's like a server side thing. Like, is it because it's technically online, right?
Yeah, but it's not. The error it's giving me is that the game hung for whatever reason, and it's I don't know. I think that game is very graphically intensive, which I think will get parsed out.
I was gonna say, I wonder if playing windowed
would help.
Yeah, because sometimes full screen just isn't good. It just things crash more for some reason.
I could fuck with the settings a little bit, but it's
maybe like have it windowed, but it's like just almost as wide
windowed
as if it
but
was full
borderless.
screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I could try it. I don't know. I was waiting to see if maybe they'll patch it soon. But that game is still, like, it's just got that good, like, I'm just going to get lost for a little bit. You know what I mean? Pop it on, skate around. Yeah. Fucking session. I didn't think that skateboarding game could captivate me in that kind of way, but...
So what do you do then? You know?
Then I just turned Destiny back on. Because, the Shadow Keep is out, and...
I knew it.
All of the new Destiny stuff happened. So the big things I want to talk about for Destiny Shadowkeep are the campaign, Armor 2.0, PvP, and what I think the future of Destiny looks like for me and for the game. I think generally speaking, this is probably the best that Destiny's ever been, which is, this is the best.
This is just as every time.
Best iPhone ever made.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we get it.
Well, I'd hope so. But yeah, I really think that, like, since I started playing in 2017, since I first took up the light, as I say, I never say that. I chose the darkness above the light. You know what I mean? You can do that.
I get it.
Black light, meet halfway.
Thank you. But I think the game is, for me, it's the best. Like the where everything is, the current state of it, seeing how it's gone through those changes in the last few years, I think it's in a really good spot. And there's a better sense playing this of what Bungie, I think, wants the game to be.
Like, this is first, like, pure Bungie thing.
This is the first, yeah. So this is their first one outside of Activision on completely independent. And it's not like you can sit and go, okay, well, these are all really great changes. Fuck Activision. Because you don't know what was Activision, what was Bungie, and what, right. You know what I mean? But there is definitely a difference between then and now. I think when Shadowkeep was announced, there was a big kind of like a general sense they wanted to promote this as an MMO for the first time. Like, they really wanted to call it an MMO. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of feel that a little bit. Specifically in the way that, like, there's a core campaign, but then there's stuff that's ongoing. So with the campaign takes you to the moon, where Eris Morn, Destiny 1 player, remember Eris Morn?
Totally.
Probably.
I had no idea who Eris Morn was because I didn't play Destiny 1. But apparently she was one of the first. Some people out there listening are going to be screaming and knowing exactly what it is. But she and her fire team were the first to do something, and her whole fire team got attacked by some shit. The only way that she survived, because she was blinded or something, was by stealing the eyes of the hive and shoving it in her own face so that she can still whatever. So she's the cool looking, I don't know what class she is, but she's got fucking green glowing hive eyes, 3 of them in the center of her head that she puts a veil over the front of. And she looks pretty fucking spooky and cool. And her face is always like dripping with black tears. It's fucking gothish. She's the goth lady.
Man, when I was a young boy.
That's it. My father took me to the moon and told me I could fight some. So she has discovered something sinister awaiting in the shadows of the moon. Somewhere beneath the moon, there's some stuff going on. So you're tasked with seeking out and destroying all of these entities that have been returned from beyond the grave. You obtain their essence, and you build the whole, like, what I've been doing is there's these things that start coming about. The very first thing that happens in the game. So mild spoiler here for the beginning of the Shadowkeep campaign. Like, it's, oh my God. I know. You get in and you go in, and the first thing that happens as you're, like, working your way through, and Eris is telling you, like, yo, some shit's, I need you to go to this spot. Crota, or like the ghost of Crota's there, but Crota is, if you played the Destiny 1 raids, like, that was one of the big hive raids, is killing Crota. But now Crota's there on the moon, and Eris is like, wait, what the fuck? He can't be there. And as you start chipping away at his health, and you're fighting all these things coming at you and everything, then Gaul shows up. The big cabal. Again? God damn, dude.
I thought that was like some strong-ass wind.
I thought it was a growl from your dogs.
More on that later. Gaul, is that what his name was? The guy from the end of the Destiny 2 campaign?
Oh, the main, yeah, okay.
So he's fucking there. He shows up.
Okay.
And you're like, wait, no, I fucking killed him. Why? He's gone. And then Eris teleports you out and pulls you into her to talk to her or whatever. So it seems like all of these things have been coming back. So this is sort of like, to me, like the Blackest Night of Destiny 2, where, I mean, let's be honest, like we said, they are on their own now, Bungie, so this is probably a good way to reuse some assets and do. I mean, I'm not saying that it's recycled content. Like, this is all brand new content, but like this was probably a good way to, hey, for our first thing on our own, let's do something that's still carrying the story forward, still doing a lot of things new, but also they didn't have to put a lot of time into thinking about new enemies, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
I mean, we've talked about it in the news before where they keep the install file there. They have to figure out like how to stream that stuff, or like, they can't keep adding new stuff, or it's already like 60 gigs on Steam, isn't it? Or something
I think my install total was 83.
Yeah, like...
Wow.
But it was 90
shit, it's going to be 100.
Yeah, it was like 90 something on Battle.net, so I will say this seems a lot more optimized. Load times are even down from when I was playing on PC earlier this summer.
Tower load time.
Dude, I showed Matt this morning on my computer.
Can't confirm. Maybe can't even get to the refrigerator and back before.
You probably can't.
Wow.
My
wow.
So
that was like a 3-trip fridge before.
Yeah. No, I don't know how it is on
I
console.
could chug a beer and go back and get the second one.
I don't know how it is on console. It might be different, but I would guess that it's probably better because playing on Battle.net on PC was already faster than my PS4, but this is faster than it was on Battle.net a month ago. Like, this is my muscle memory. When I click tower, I reach for my phone and I open whatever and I start scrolling. I'm not fucking with you. Like, I grab my phone, I open whatever app.
I saw it.
And then the things, I'm like, oh shit.
Not a lie.
All right. We're in.
You probably can't even get like a dot in Pixel Puzzle.
Probably not. Unless you got, you were already working on a good line or something, but.
Yeah, but even then you have to pick up that line, you have to remember where you were at. I don't think it's possible.
I agree. So story kind of picks up right away, not tying up, but there's been some questions I've had as a Destiny player about some stuff in this world for a while that immediately you don't start to get answers to, but you know that this Shadowkeep campaign is the one that starts to answer them. Does that make sense?
I don't think mine will ever be answered. What happened to Peter Dinklage? Where was the story in Destiny 1?
All right, I can't answer.
Why was it in Grindmore cards?
It's not. All right.
Those are the questions I have as a Destiny player.
The main beat for beat in this campaign has been so far finding all of these things that are back from the grave. You obtain their essence, and you're using that to put together this armor set because you need this armor set to enter into Redacted.
Oh.
All right, Control.
I'm not going to... Well, I'm redacting it. I don't want to spoil what it is, but you probably might know where we're going. Yeah? Maybe?
Halo.
Dude, if there's a Halo ring... No. It's...
That's Halo Infinite.
You know the one thing...
This is the strange genre.
You know the one thing that's kind of like... That popped up at some point in Destiny 2, and you're like, what is that? And nothing has come up since?
I don't remember.
All right, I'll tell you off air.
All right.
I just don't, because it was a cool thing. Like, you kind of forgot that these were a thing, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, we're going there. We're literally going inside of it at some point, maybe.
I just forget everything.
Well, Mark, it's never a better time to jump in. So in terms of combat, it's still Destiny, but they did add a finisher move. So when an enemy's low on health below a certain percentage, you pull the button to trigger this finisher. And I don't think I like them, but they do give you, there's a part that I do like where it gives you a moment of clarity, right? This game is tough, the expansion here. Or I got worse at the game. I don't know what it is, but it definitely feels a lot tougher. Like enemies are taking a little bit more to hit. I feel more overwhelmed, just in general combat situations. So this, being able to pull a finisher, it's not that thing where sometimes in a game where you can pull a finisher and recover health just because you're, it's enough of a buffer. It's not that long of a buffer where my health starts coming back, but it's enough of a buffer for me to go, okay, I got this guy down. I got 3 more behind me. As soon as this animation stops, I can spin around and, you know what I mean? Like, you can collect your thoughts a little bit.
When you're doing the finisher, can it get interrupted?
No.
So AI is just like, whoa, guys, let them finish.
Can you lose health?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So
the screen,
so nobody's shooting at you when
the screen vignettes and you go into this canned animation where you take out the whatever. The cool thing is, the knights, the hive knights that like bust out a big ass shield and start to heal behind it.
Yes.
You can do the finisher through the shield. It's also pretty generous with the distance in which you can pull the shield. Can't be halfway across the map, But like you can be a good 20 feet away depending on the enemy and pull that and you just zip to them and do the animation.
Got that commando perk from Modern Warfare 2.
That's exactly what they did. The problem with the finisher is that it's the same animation every time. You can earn new finisher moves and you can, change them around the same way that you would a melee attack or anything like that. But it is the same thing. And even when you get a new one, it just replaces the current one you have. So I've seen a lot of like threads on Reddit.
Like you can't switch back.
No, you can change it anytime.
Oh, okay.
You can go into your inventory and say, all right, I want this finisher instead.
But it doesn't put it into like a random...
Right. And that's what I've seen on the subreddit is everyone saying like, Bungie, give us a randomize button because I'm tired of seeing the same thing. I think the problem with the randomize option though is that some of the later finishers you start to unlock, in order to do them, use part of your super meter to execute, which also seems kind of weird for a finisher move to...
There should be different tiers or something.
Yeah, it should pull from a different chunk, I think. But
I'm just gonna stick to my old my old classic finisher, just clicking in the stick.
Yeah. Is that the melee?
Wait, what button's a crouch?
Oh, I think you're right.
It's not a face button. It's a...
I think you're right, but
yeah.
But
that's my finisher. I'm just saying, just up, down, up, down, up, down.
Control now. That's my... So yeah, these are fine, but it's definitely like diminishing returns the more you do the finisher. I've been getting little like triumphs in the game because you're like, get so many finishers in season 8 or whatever, but it feels out of place. It feels a little bit like, hey guys, we played Apex 2. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
oh, okay.
They're very much that kind of finishing move.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's fine. Armor 2.0 is the new upgrade to the armor system. So you can super like min max your armor now. So if you get a chest piece that you like, you can then upgrade that chest piece to a maximum of 10 slots, and then you can add mods to those slots. All the mods have different numbers to them. So you might have a mod that gives you better chances of finding sniper ammo, and that takes up 1 slot. Or you might have one that like refills half your super after you throw a string of grenades, or you know what I mean, like they're shit like that, and it costs 5 slots instead of the 1 slot. So there's trade-offs to how you can optimize your character, but it really means that in the end you're optimizing your character for how you like to play this game, rather than, well, I got this random drop, so I guess I'm stuck with it. Like, nope, not at all. You just keep going and keep getting... It seems more in the favor of what you want to do rather than you bending to the will of the game.
Dude, does the armor still feed into your cooldown rate of your abilities? Or did they remove that in...
No, that's still there, but it's like you can add mods on top of that to speed those things up.
Okay, so you're still... My problem was, like, if I saw a cool piece of gear...
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, like that, like the way it looks.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it, but it raises the wrong. Like, I'd rather have a quicker cooldown on my grenade than my fucking like blink dodge thing, right?
Yes.
Like, can I customize to change which one I want it on, or am I still dependent upon the gear with that?
You can customize that. So I can't really do it through the app to show you, but like you can see there's meter for all of your gear pieces.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like there's the mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength are now all items on there that get modified.
Before it was mobility, resilience, and recovery, right? And these are new.
Yeah, and then the recovery, resilience, and all of these things are adjusted by you adding mods to
Got it. So
you
start a blank slate with all your gear now, pretty much.
Some gear will
just come with it.
Like I think this. No, that one's still +0.
Okay,
but
that's
fine. Some of them have higher mod sockets than others. So some of them might only have 1 mod socket, where others have.
Well,
multiple.
I think that's the difference between like legendary, epic.
Yep.
I'm assuming so. Like
Yep.
that's fine. Like I understand that part, but it's just like.
But again, like it seems
was the
more
frustrating part.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's more in favor of what you want to do with your stuff. The only problem is right now I'm in the campaign part where everybody starts at 750 light level. The soft lock is 9, and then you're kind of just getting powerful gear on top to climb above 900. Because I'm in that spot, there's no reason for me to min-max stuff right now. Like,
Oh, well, yeah.
it's cool, but if I do that, and you're going to 900 much faster than you were before. Like I think I'm only a few hours into the campaign and I'm like 820-ish, which happened quickly. Like I jumped from 750 to 800 in my first night, which it just happens. And it's from Blue Gear too. It's not even from anything crazy. It's wild, but PvP, they made it a little bit more streamlined. The Crucible offerings there are consistent ones, and they've done it all in the idea of 3s being the magic number again. So a majority of the playstyles are going to be 3v3 fire teams, and then there's 6v6s. And there's a rotating, so it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4 game modes are permanent. And then I forget how many is up top now, but there's other ones that rotate out each week. One of those is a 4x4 or 4v4 and all of that. And those rotating ones are things that they're kind of experimenting with from a PvP gameplay, like maybe 4v4 control on this map, like different things like that, where they're rotating in experimental things through those rotating weeks and then asking for player feedback to shape how the future of that stuff's going. It seems cool and like it's because I felt like PvP last year kind of lost its oomph a little bit. Not that I was ever the biggest PvP guy, but I know that people were, and I know that it hasn't been like outside of your Iron Banner week. You know what I mean? Like
there was nothing, like you did your bounties, and then I felt like I wasn't getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the ranked one where like your wins and losses matter, but that's not without the right fire team, and then you have to play with everyone and schedule the time with everyone. It's just
it sucks.
Fucking pain in the ass. Yeah. So,
you know, I think they're building back towards a thing where PvP can be a thing you do where you sign in to play PvP, rather than, for me, PvP is like all right, I'm signing off. Let me do one round real quick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not compelled to do that unless like one of you would say, you know what I mean? Like that's where I'd be with PvP, not me like
me saying PvP.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you know, across the board. But yeah. I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to get home and fire up PvP Crucible matches. You know what I mean? It's
that's a sentence I'll never say.
Yeah, it's for me, that is totally like the extra part of it. For me, I'm there for the campaign and making my character look more and more like a witch. That's it. The future of Destiny, though, it seems like the story content, right? So the Shadowkeep campaign up front is the Shadowkeep campaign up front. But it seems like a lot of where the story is going to go is, I think Bungie really liked what it did with the Queen's Court stuff from the kind of like the Dreaming City stuff out of the Forsaken expansion, where you had the Forsaken campaign, but then every week you'd come back, you got this mini little cutscene or mini little thing that would play out by going to the Dreaming City and doing certain things. And it seems like now exploring the moon, right now during Season 8, Season of the Undying, the Vex are we're learning a little bit more about the Vex a little bit. So this morning when I fired up the game, because now we're in the first completion of the raid has happened. So now there was like a new cutscene. It was the Vex cutscene they played at Gamescom. If you remember that one from one of those press conferences where you just see all the fucking Vex milk coming together and all the Vex coming to life.
Oh, I think so.
But they played that just canned, like when I booted the game this morning. Like I couldn't even choose a destination. It just like showed my ship. My ship flew off, and then it played that animation, and then whatever. I think they're gonna keep continuing to kind of add little bits to the story and the world as we go through the season, rather than just be, well, here's your annual campaign. We'll do some bullshit and give you a raid in a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it seems like they really, and I as a player liked that Queen's Court stuff because you were like getting to see more of what was going on in this world rather than waiting to see what was coming next year. You know what I mean? It's much more of a live game than anything.
So I think you kind of said, but the raid came day one with the package, or did they delay it like 3 days?
It was a couple days later.
Okay.
Because in order to do the raid, you need to
like
be
probably 890.
30.
Or what's the cap?
The soft cap's 9.
Oh.
But I believe the raid you have to be power level like 930 or so. I think.
What's the hard cap now?
There isn't one.
Oh.
Yeah, you could go forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. It's real weird. So, but I think story-wise, that's kind of cool. We'll get this kind of drip feed of things that are coming along the way, which lead you to like kind of keep coming back. And with keeping coming back, there's a season pass that is pretty uninspired, visually speaking. It is, if you've seen a battle pass in Rocket League, Fortnite, anything that fucking has a battle pass, it is that. And when it was announced that was coming, I was like, fuck you, this sucks. But then I kind of was driving this week and just thinking about how much that sucks. And I was like, it's not for me. Like, all the other shit about this game is for me. This is because the game just went free to play this week. And if they're going to stay competitive with Apex or Fortnite or Modern Warfare, whatever, that's what they need. So, fine. It's there. I'm still getting shit out of it because I'm just playing along. You know what I mean? Like,
but the thing is, like, you're playing it casually, right? Like,
yeah, I'm not chasing that.
You're not the Destiny, like, the lore guy or anything like that. I mean, for me, the last 3 seasons of the Rocket Pass now in Rocket League, I've bought across various consoles because I just come back. It's my fucking game. It's my go-to game.
Right. So that's it's there for those people, not for me. And I came to terms with that. The stuff that I'm there for is building my character, building my
and becoming a witch. We get it. We heard you.
Exactly. This checks that box for those players that need it. So it's fine. But I feel really good about the direction the game's going, and like. I'm excited to keep building what my character is and my story is. You know what I mean?
I'm curious to see how this plays out. I think this has been the moment that a lot of players, haters, lovers of the game have kind of been waiting for since the Activision and Bungie split.
Yep.
And it seems to be mostly positive, so that's good.
Yeah, you kind of feel it's different. Like right off the bat. I don't know why, but something about just playing it this time. Maybe it's because I'm literally playing it on a different platform and it does feel different, but it just, I don't know. There's just a lot that's there. Fucking Ikora's back with she's got quests again. Like, Ikora's been sitting in the tower for 2 years with nothing to fucking do. You go and talk to her and it says, sorry, no activities this time. Now there's all these Vex bounties and these things you can get from her. It's cool. I don't know. I feel pretty cool. Pretty good about where it's at. I'm excited to keep playing that.
That's good.
Yeah. Cool. Has it really been 2 years?
Since 2 came out, yeah.
Holy shit.
I know.
Yep. It's been very up and down on this podcast.
Oh, I know. In a couple weeks, I'll tell you how much I fucking hate this game and why did I ever play it, right? But right now, it's real good.
Look, as long as I just got to get out of the Dreamcast era.
I know.
Which probably sooner rather than later, let's just face it.
Maybe.
Because I'm going to blow through these games. I gotta hop onto it. There's a lot out there right now.
Yeah, it is. It's
just gonna keep on coming.
I think we're parallel with Shenmue and Luigi. We're getting through 2 games to get to a third one.
Yeah.
It's a race.
Well, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got news about new Switch games and maybe the return of someone we've been waiting for a long, long time.
Who is Shenmue?
Find out after this break. And we're back. Welcome back for the news. There's a new Brain Age game coming to the Nintendo Switch in Japan late this year, December 27th. Comes with a stylus?
Yeah, that they sell separately too.
I know.
Official Nintendo
crazy.
stylus.
This comes on the heels of me watching a game developers conference video where someone talked about training your brain as important as anything else you do in game design. And I was thinking about how they should be making a new one of those Brain Age games, and here they are. So this week I'm going to start thinking about how Nintendo should make a new 2D Metroid, and we'll see what fruits come of that in a couple weeks.
You just got one.
Shh. It was a couple years ago, Matt.
I mean, come on.
It was a couple years ago.
There's better things to be focused on, like maybe like Metroid Prime 4.
We already know that's coming. It's on the way. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, it's on the way. All right. Fucking hit the trash button and then hit to start new project.
I just talked a bunch about Destiny and Bungie's looking past Destiny. somewhere by the year 2025, we will have a new game from Bungie out there.
Okay. I think that's too soon of a thing to announce, but...
Well, we knew they were doing that thing with that investment money they
China.
got from NetEase. Yeah. Destiny is still going and growing.
It's like part expected and part... It's just like Bethesda saying, like, hey...
Yeah.
Guess what we got going on next-gen consoles? All right. I'll be excited about it when it happens.
I'm just curious what is happening.
Bungie publicly traded.
I don't believe so.
Because that now that they're their own thing, right? You have to kind of keep that in mind. Because if they're a one trick pony right now. Game developers, in case something goes wrong with the one game, they have to have something to go back on and kind of have ready to go. Because Bungie is on their own now, they have to start thinking of that kind of mindset. So I'm sure they're going to start hiring up to kind of make 2 or at least 1.5 teams here. And I this is kind of obvious, but I think it's, for their investors, I think it's an important thing to say.
I'm more just curious, like, what it is, Like,
I think it's going to be, like, more single-player or more online?
I don't know. I'm like...
Either way. I think it's up to them to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
They want to make... Halo Wars. Like, they want to, like, something like that. Like,
yeah.
Because that was their project first, right? Or
Halo
wasn't that
Wars.
their original pitch for...
Yeah, Halo was meant to be a strategy game.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems like Destiny is just going to be an MMO at some point. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we drop the 2, and you know what I mean? Or they keep the 2 forever. I don't know. But, like, that's where they're at with that game, and that'll continue to grow the way it's going to grow. But whatever new franchise is specifically what they call it, it's a new franchise.
Well, Guerrilla Games made an open-world, third-person, RPG-ish action adventure after being the first-person studio.
Yeah.
I mean, everything Bungie's done has been sci-fi related.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see if they can go somewhere else with it.
Yeah, it's hard to picture other things right now.
Maybe they'll make a Scooby-Doo horror survival game.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with
there
that.
You go.
Scooby-Doo versus the Flood.
That's true. After 30 years at PlayStation, Sony has announced that Sean Layden is stepping down. In a tweet, it is with great emotion that we announce the Worldwide Studios chairman, Sean Layden, will be departing Sony Interactive Entertainment. His visionary leadership will be greatly missed. We wish him success in future endeavors and are deeply grateful for his years of service. Thanks for everything, Sean.
Man.
What?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of weird shakeup at Sony on the higher end.
The OGs, man. They're all going.
But
something happened in Japan too. Like one of their higher ups also
stepped
down or whatever.
I don't have a name in front of me, but yes, a Sean Layden equivalent in Japan stepped down. Of course, Jim Ryan was bumped up to head of PlayStation at some point earlier this year. Or he's in charge of Worldwide Studios. Sorry.
Is Sony still bleeding money everywhere else, or did they kind of?
I think they tapered off.
Okay,
but I'm not sure. I don't know. This is weird. Like, you're right before PS5, so what does that mean? What is that indicative of?
I don't know what's going on over there.
Most importantly,
I found it.
What's the name?
Head of PlayStation Japan Asia, Atsushi Morita, retires right after Sean Layden's departure.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's just something. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes this is the thing where you're like, ugh. You know, who's the dude that's going to be out in front of the PlayStation 5? Who's your Phil Spencer?
I mean, yeah, for him,
now, neither of you have commented on my expertly crafted Photoshop here.
Oh, you did that.
Oh yeah, I did that.
I thought some asshole did that.
No, I am some asshole.
I thought you found that on like Reddit.
Hell
That's
no.
what I thought.
I was laying in bed when I got the fucking news memo in Slack, and I immediately started assembling this here. I say we go.
I think he needs to stay far away. Let his legacy live on.
Get out there and bring him back, man. Of
course, we are speaking of the king of PlayStation.
King Dong.
the largest dong to ever
Yes.
be presented on stage at an E3 press conference. Jack Trenton,
Get
Jackie T.
Get him. That's your hype man right there. You want to sell some PlayStation 5s?
Hey
Get
guys,
him.
PlayStation 5, $399. Fuck yes, let's go,
Dude.
Morita's reason for leaving was just because of age. He was just retiring.
And he's about to get his face slapped by Jack Trenton's dong. Yes, intimidation at its
true.
finest.
That's true.
Crossing borders.
Woo! I want him back now. I want him to stay away, but
I told you. Return to the King. Speaking of borders, Ubisoft launches a brand new free coding app, Rabbids Coding.
I need this.
this looks very familiar to another piece of coding software out there.
What are you thinking of?
Swift.
Swift Playgrounds? Yeah. Yeah, very much so, but pretty cool. So available on Uplay on PC. Players will be able to attempt to clean up a spaceship full of rabbids by issuing coding commands. I mean, coding is super important in this ever-growing digital age. And
I wish this shit was around when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have eaten this up.
Yep. It's hard to, as a 30-year-old man, it's hard to start to learn something. You can still learn. I'm not trying to say you can't.
I could barely play Hack Slash. And, that game is all about, putting in coding just to modify the game to get through puzzles. Yeah. That's the whole point of it. And I was like, I feel like I need this first.
Yeah.
To even play that. And then to even do anything serious.
Let's play a couple rounds of Hacknet from scratch.
You know that dude announced a new game, right?
Did he
dude?
really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll talk more
it
later.
Is nothing to do with hacking.
Oh, that's kind of...
It's actually a complete...
It's just fishnetting now.
It's a walking simulator.
Now I gotta fucking find it. Hold on.
It's hack...
Bugnet.
It's Hacknet Funko.
How would you even...
How
would it...
The amount of...
Is there
You'd
a
be
character?
shocked the amount of emails I send to Joe a day. What they can do with Funko Pop, so...
I was thinking, does Hacknet have a character?
No.
Oh.
It's
just
you.
it's just a Funko Pop with a chrome face, so if you look at it, it's just a reflection of you.
Okay, so the next game from Hacknet developer Matt Tribbiani is called Wrestle Dunk Sports, a collection of exciting multiplayer sports games switch seamlessly between wrestling, volleyball, fencing, and smash ball.
Seamlessly.
Wrestle dunk your friends.
Oh, dunk. I thought it was donk.
Sorry. It's like Smash Brothers meets sports.
All right. Is this on ESPN the Ocho?
It is not at all anything like...
It was like a FMPP kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would, how much? Or just announced?
I dunk it.
$10. You got me if it's $10.
I don't know.
Hacknet was 20.
I'm gonna say this is probably a 15 to 20.
Wrestle dunk.
Or is Hacknet 15? It might have been 20. I don't remember now.
No price listed.
All right.
But his press kit's done by Press Kit, so I'll see if I can reach out and get your code, Matt. Anyway, that was a side note from that. But yeah, very different from Hacknet. There's an interview with him talking about why he wanted to do something different from Hacknet. PlayStation Now dropped down to $9.99 a month. Added GTA 5, Uncharted 4, and God of War.
I'm sorry. My phone, maybe another iOS 13 problem. I don't think I've been getting Slack notifications, so I'm missing all the good content underneath all these things.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Beyond Good and Evil 2? Joe asks. Mark then responds, Beyond Ubisoft's budget. I'm missing all these things. I'm just seeing them now.
Yeah, I mean...
Gotta get in there.
I think it's Slack. I don't know, because I didn't get those notifications till way later.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have to dig it. I've also been... all right. Fuck. God damn it. So I did not realize that PlayStation Now had over 800 games available.
I didn't know PlayStation Now was still relevant.
Well,
it hasn't been, but I think that Sony's trying to make it relevant again.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart.
Hey, it got me to install the client on my PC because I thought about jumping back into Bloodborne, but on PC because I think that'd be cool as shit.
Is this because of GOG?
Yeah, man, I got that GOG Galaxy 2.0.
So you're just like, just give me everything. Just
if I could filter everything through that
party launch.
it's a blessing and a curse because I've seen some of the UI things. It finds everything.
Dude, it's fucking wild.
It found all 3 copies of Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like because I just connected every account I could to that GOG Galaxy thing, and it's like it's a little messy because you just have years of digital libraries across all of these platforms, and now all of them are in one spot. So you have 6 copies of this and 3 copies of that. It's fucking goofy, but
I'm sure there's room for improvement.
It's in beta still, right? It's growing,
Yeah.
but it's a neat idea. I think that's gonna come together. But yeah, so you can stream PS4, PS3, and PS2 games to PS4 or PC, and then you can download specifically, there's only certain ones, but you can download PS4 games to your PS4. Play them offline.
What about PS1 games?
Yeah, not there, which is the bullshit part. Like,
Oh, it's on the classic. Duh. That's all you need.
Oh, yeah,
It's just-
great. That's exactly it.
I mean, you're not wrong. A couple clicks away.
It's still
Keyboard.
fucking so stupid to me that I can't play PlayStation Classics on PS4. There's no, just do it. Just put it in there. It's not, let me play
Maybe that's why they're
Parasite
firing
Eve.
all these people, because
Yeah,
they don't know how to code it.
it's true.
Maybe PS5.
Yeah. We got a couple more here before we get to, we got one email this week. Speaking of PlayStation, so you can now do crossplay. Developers
Officially. Yeah, it seems like it's open API now, not just a case-by-case basis.
Yeah. So Jim Ryan talked to Wired about a lot of stuff, including I know. Which normally when Jim Ryan gets out there and starts
I
talking,
combed through this. I don't think there's anything for Joe to scream about.
Yeah, I read
No.
it too. It was pretty
He did
legit.
say about going forward, though. I was like, oh, yeah, we know you like to go forward.
There's only a gas pedal in that car.
yeah. So like xCloud is starting its testing. Stadia launches next month. So yeah, PlayStation Now makes sense to get it, repositioned because like to their credit, PlayStation's had a fucking streaming service for years that no one ever, and I only used it once to play an Adventure Time game on once, and it was totally fine.
I played Shadow of the Colossus
Yeah.
when it as a trial thing.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Like I think PlayStation Now is pretty good across the board. It's just the pricing is what always sucked. Like when I did that Adventure Time game, I had to spend like $8 to rent the game for 48 hours or something, or I could buy a subscription for $20 for a month. It was just like what?
That was at a time for me where I was very anti like, oh, it's online only. I can't download it and then play it or whatever. And it was just like, well, fuck off. And then on Game Pass, lo and behold.
I was intrigued by that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I know.
There's that woodpecker.
Yeah. So multiplayer, cross-platform multiplayer is opened up to all developers. We've seen a lot of games add cross-play across the board, with Modern Warfare being the most recent one that's going to be rolling out literally like, everything. No bullshit, just jump in and play. But now, now it's back in developers' hands.
So, wait, is Destiny crossplay?
No.
Yet.
So I think budget-wise, I think that cross-save was the first step to that, and I think that trying to get cross-play working is a different thing to tackle. If you go back and listen to any of the interviews about cross-save, or cross-progression as I think they call it in Destiny 2, it was all like with this cadence of like, it's the first step towards cross-play. Like, it seems like
So
that's
they never
something-
said the words crossplay. Like they never mentioned about wanting to do it or.
No, they did. They
Okay.
say like, yeah, we want to, but like everything they speak of in regards to this cross progression stuff, it seems like they very much are going to be like, it was always a when, not an if
Okay.
for crossplay.
Cool.
And now Sony's not holding up the blockades that, of course, we saw held up around the Fortnite stuff last year. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good. What else we got here? Rockstar Games announces our penultimate news story here. Rockstar Games announced that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming to the personal computer on November 5th.
And we all saw that coming.
I know. You could pre-purchase via the Rockstar Games launcher starting on October 9th. Sorry.
Is there like special things you get for signing up in
Yes.
the time frame?
So if you pre-purchase between October 9th and October 2nd on the Rockstar Games launcher.
Wait. October 9th and October 2nd?
22nd, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You will get to choose 2 free Rockstar games on PC. GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Bully Scholarship Edition, LA Noire the Complete Edition, or Max Payne 3 the Complete Edition. If you pre-purchase from Rockstar Games launcher, you also get a free upgrade to the premium edition of Red Dead Redemption 2, with both the special edition and ultimate edition discounted by $20 each. You also get a Warhorse, a treasure map, Outlaw Survivor Kit, cash bonus, all for story mode, and 50 gold bars for Red Dead Online. If you are not looking to purchase this on the Rockstar Games launcher, you can get it for the Epic Games Store, Green Man Gaming, Humble Store, GameStop, and additional digital retailers starting October 23rd with a pre-order bonus of 25 gold bars for Red Dead Online. It will also be available for PC on Steam this December. Got that? Got that.
Missed opportunity across it.
Oh, you would have jumped in?
I would have peaked it, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that campaign's great.
Yeah.
I'm not going through it again.
Yeah.
Especially knowing what that first 5 to 10 hours looks like in that campaign.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Because I think like riding in like a horse and that kind of stuff would probably better mouse and keyboard than a controller.
Those controllers were fucked up on a controller.
You don't have to do anything. You just hold the A button. Just watch it.
Our last story of the week comes from 343 Industries, who has brought on Gyoza, a pug, to record sounds for aliens in the upcoming Halo Infinite. As you've probably heard over the last hour and 40-some minutes and change, pugs do make fantastic noises, and the same can be extended to 343. There's not much else to that.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's a cute video.
Watch a video on the official Halo Instagram of a pug doing some VO.
Did they have to clap it like Tiger Woods, like encourage it?
Oh, get it going? I don't know.
I don't think so, no. I didn't hear any clapping.
It inspired me to go back through a bunch of old videos I have of these two boys making cockroach noises and weird hisses and shit. So there is your news for the week. We're going to bring it home with an email from Grail.
Oh, I have one thing. I guess I didn't. Sorry. Rocket League's getting rid of loot crates finally.
Oh.
Yeah. They are changing this.
They had announced that it was going away, but now it's actually gone.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
changing it. So loot crates are going to become blueprints. Blueprints, you will know exactly what you're getting.
So that's where they're at. They're not in Grindstone. They're all in Rocket League.
And then those keys, you still have to use like those keys or whatever to unlock them. But this, like, because the blueprint, you know exactly what you're unlocking, and then you still be able to get random drops like that. If you have any existing crates, they will automatically be converted to blueprints, and you just get a random blueprint like you would like a loot crate.
Wasn't there another game where you could like X-ray the crate?
So they just did that in France for CSGO. Because French law is getting... They're doing some weird shit, making some requests of Steam that Valve is still kind of going back and forth with over there, where there was talk of like forcing Valve to allow digital used game sales.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if we talked about it before.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it on the air.
If I saw it somewhere.
I think it was one of those
digital used.
I think the idea is that you would be able to take a game you bought from Steam and put it up on the marketplaces, what this like French legislation's pushing for. So part of that included these weird stipulations regarding loot boxes, and now if you are a French player, you get an X-ray machine that lets you look inside the loot box. But in order to open the loot box, you still have to buy the key, and you can't X-ray the next loot box until the current one has been opened. Right, so you can't just get 10 crates, X-ray 3 of them, and go, there's the good one. I'll buy a key for that one. It's still a loot box. It's just you can literally see what's inside it before you decide to buy it or not. But if you don't want that thing, then you are never going to get another loot box. Essentially,
got it.
I mean, it's still for those that that have the mystery. All you gotta do is just buy it to go to the next one. It's it's still there.
Thing. It's just getting around a legal loophole that is put in place by this shit, but. Sounds like the Fortnite thing is, or I'm sorry,
it's the same publisher now.
Fortnite with cars. What's the Fortnite with cars called?
Rocket League.
Rocket League, that's the one. Yeah. Sounds like that is the way to maybe.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see more and more as different legislations along different countries and including the United States start to crack down on that.
All right.
That's this upcoming presidential election. I'm gonna just tweet at all the fucking candidates, be like, "What you could do about loot boxes?" And their answer should be nothing. I'm not dealing with it. That's going to be the correct answer.
That's okay.
And whichever one says nothing,
that's your vote.
Yep.
All right. Here you go.
That's how Matt does politics over here. Who cares about the economy? I just care about my loot crates.
You want loot crates?
No, I just don't want the government to touch video games.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. We got the ASRB. That's kind of probably fine.
Sure, yeah.
In some cases.
All right, we got an email from Greg. Last week, you mentioned starting off fall with some regular traditions like watching certain movies or going certain places. What's each of your go-to movie that signifies the arrival of fall? Bonus question, is there a game you tend to go back to each year? Thanks, Greg. We've kind of talked about this before. We kind of talked about it a little bit last week, but I think just to solidify it, to get it in one definitive place here, is there a movie that signifies the arrival of fall for you too?
The 1978 Halloween, because I try not to acknowledge fall until we're actually on the day of Halloween or right before it.
I'm just gonna bite my tongue. Yeah, that's a good answer.
I usually, there's a lot of movies I watch, but it's more so because of Halloween, not necessarily the season fall.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all kind of.
That's what that guy.
But it's all kind of in the same vein. I usually watch Trick or Treat.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I haven't watched that in a while.
I like it.
Yeah, that's got a good one.
That or one of the Friday the 13th movies, but it's or a couple of them because I usually marathon it. But it's Trick or Treat's usually in my rotation. That's like the main one.
Mine isn't Nightmare Before Christmas happens always, but I feel like I watch that all year anyway, so it's not necessarily indicative of a season. But I feel like Katie and I all go back to different episodes of we'll watch a bunch of Halloween episodes of South Park.
All right.
Last night, all the windows open, just hanging out. We were watching the fucking.
That's actually what me and Victoria were just watching some of the Halloween episodes of The Office.
Yeah, we watched the Corn's Groovy Pirate Mystery.
I remember that. That's a good one.
He used 3 Q-tips, a flashlight, and some squirrels to create this pirate ship.
Wasn't Kenny the mech
from
the RoboCop?
Yeah,
wasn't that guy?
Yeah. And he still lost the costume contest.
Fucking Chewbacca, right?
It's always Chewbacca.
So what about video games?
I don't know if there's a game I go back to each year. Like Symphony of the Night is an easy answer for this, just because it's But I don't have that spooky game. I don't have a spooky game.
Yeah, there's nothing. I guess I didn't go back to it 1 or 2 years, but I guess Overwatch, they usually have a decent Halloween event with some costumes. True. Yeah. I mean, I kind of play Rocket League here and there pretty much all throughout the year, but they usually do a couple Halloween things.
I like when games have a Halloween thing. DC Universe put one out, but again, Destiny took over, so I couldn't do anything. Destiny had that Festival of the Damned thing last year.
Yeah.
Which I think they'll probably bring back something similar, but
I like to visit Costume Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me like a game that like I come back to every year at fall like that.
I don't have one every year, but I know that for like a good like every couple of years, I'll be like, ooh, it's time for like this is the right time for Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, like or I usually like to plan ahead. So like in like September or like August or something, if I'm feeling like it needs to be October already or whatever, I'll start thinking like what I want to do for that month. That's usually how I go about it. So it's not too often I do the same exact thing, but they'll still be thrown in there or whatnot. So like this year I was like, all right, you're Luigi part 2.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing all Luigi's Mansion stuff. That's my plan. That's the thing.
Do you feel like Luigi's Mansion will end up in the rotation moving forward? Did it reach that status?
I don't know yet. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. There's, but I'm really curious about this third one.
Yeah, I hope it's
see how it goes from there.
I'm curious to see what Artifact does for their Halloween event.
Yeah, me too. that was one of those ones in the GOG Galaxy thing when I just saw like every game I own and just showed Artifact. I was like, oh
shit. Well, when Phantasy Star comes out, if that is doing a Halloween event, that's gonna be my new tradition.
There you go.
that's
I forgot,
man.
For the time being, I hop into Monster Hunter and get that Resident Evil stuff.
Oh yeah,
true. Yeah,
Iceborne.
Yeah. I think for me, the stuff outside of that, like my favorite part about it is the cooking changes. Because now I start, and you know what I mean? Like, just the produce you can buy changes, that kind of stuff.
Oh, you start making soup?
No, I'm not making goddamn soup. Not a goddamn idiot. And I'm not sick. I was texting our good friend Joe Eberly the other day about that because Destiny's out, so that means Joe and I are talking again.
Right.
And he said something about being sick, and I said, well, it's the one acceptable time to eat soup. And he was like, I do have some. That's it. Otherwise, no reason you should have any fucking soup anywhere near you. It's bullshit. It's not a meal.
I love a good soup. Had some yesterday.
Yeah. Tomato grilled cheese.
Was that a bread bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Some miso before sushi.
There you go.
No, but like I was making stuff with squash a lot. I had an acorn squash, cut that up, put that in the mix, made a stir fry with that. Butternut squash getting in there, you know what I mean? Pretty good. Adding pumpkin seeds to salads instead of, you know what I mean?
I will say,
jam.
And I say this often, so it's not the first time I'm saying this. Fall does have the best beer.
That's correct. Yeah.
Followed closely by winter.
That is correct, yeah. Summer beer is all lemon bullshit.
I like it. I like the change after all, like the winters and the falls, but it doesn't.
Lighter.
Like fall, I will drink Oktoberfest from the time it comes out to the time I can't find it anymore. The summer beers, it's like, all right, I have my 3 weeks of zest in my beers. It's time to move on.
There was a good while when I was drinking more that I would buy just a case of Oktoberfest, a couple cases right before they'd switch over to winter lager, so you just kind of had it through like March.
But the thing is, it's not a bad change. Like, it's winter lager to is it Cold Snap, the one afterwards?
Sure, that sounds right.
It's like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Gotta wait 8 fucking months to get beer again.
Yeah. Anyway, fall is good. I mean, you still got like 2.5 months of it, so that's even better, you know? Top notch, man.
Sucks.
Nah, it's good.
Though technically for December, actually even November, it's already winter. I feel like fall is very short-lived.
In the air, yeah, feeling-wise, it's very short-lived. But that's why you just soak it up now. Well, we're going to soak it up.
Thanks for the question, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Yes, thank you.
If you want to write in, of course, it's podcast at thefreecheese.com. Podcast at thefreecheese.com. You can go to thefreecheese.com. We should have some wrestling soonish. I don't know when it's all... We haven't recorded it yet. When's it?
Next show would be Halloween.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, we're golden. And then that's it. We'll be back with another episode next week. Follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Mark is at _mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. I am at The Free Cheese. Once again,
Forgot a question. What are you all playing this week?
Shit, Matt. Thank you very much. This week is gonna be
Shenmue. Hopefully, start that number 2.
Yeah. I think I mean, Destiny. Obviously, I got to see the rest of Shadowkeep. And then, depending on how that all shakes out, that might be the part where I'm like, all right, what do I do now? But I'm itching for a roguelike. There was the final, like the coda of the roguelikes exploration on Retronauts happened this last week, and I listened to it, and it just got me itching for that shit again. I bought one on my Switch that I don't remember the name of.
Now, when you say roguelike, like or light? But, I don't know which one you just said.
I said like.
Okay. Is there like a preference with that? Like first person, third person, side scrolling?
Yeah, so that's a very good question because I am looking for something specific.
Okay.
Like, I'm looking for like a Fatal Labyrinth style kind of thing.
I don't know if it's Fatal, but I was going to say Delver.
Delver.
I played that like way back.
What is that?
It's a first person, but everything is like 2D sprites, pop like Doom like, I guess.
Okay.
But it's all very like cartoony. But the whole point is to get to the certain layer to get an orb, and then you have to fight your way back out. While everything's like chasing you. It's like it's easy at first, and then it gets tough. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
All right.
Should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I bought. Let me see if I can find the name of this one I bought.
But
I liked it, but it wasn't.
But it has like I think that was like that might have been like when I was around like the first year I was on here. I was playing it, and I remember taking
an alien.
Yeah, one of them. That was that was the little grunts.
Yeah.
No, but I remember taking a screenshot. It still might be in my Steam library somewhere. Of I took a picture of a wedge of cheese. It was a recovery item. It's like, oh, free cheese.
Yeah, I can't find the name of the game. It was, you collect yokai in the world, but I don't remember the fucking name of. It's not Yokai Watch. It's like, it's Yo something. I could pick up my Switch and find out. But
that one with the. No, wait, never mind. No. I'm thinking of that Square game with the spirits and weapons.
Well, Mark, what are you gonna play this week? Because you've also inspired me to maybe go back to Thing. Luigi's Mansion 2.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna finish Mansion, definitely. Mansion 2 will probably be shortly after. In between, I still have Link's Awakening. I didn't touch it this past week, but I do plan to finish that. What I'm not gonna play is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, but I won't really get into it.
Oh yeah,
that's a hot mess. Other than that, I do want to get into Costume Quest, hopefully this week too. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to put too much on my plate.
Yeah, because then it starts.
But Luigi's like so short, so I feel like I can get that out of the way probably later today.
Yeah. Yeah. The second one's a bit longer because you have multiple places to explore, but.
Oh, just the one little thing about that I thought was like bullshit, but it's not necessarily the game's fault. Whenever you try to get a boo, right? They're like they're trying to escape the room, and this one managed to escape the room, but it did it in such a bullshit way that where usually if it escapes, you can go in a hallway. Hey, it's waiting for you in a hallway. All right, continue, whatever. And they'll probably escape again, go back into the room that you came from, or another room, right?
Right.
And then you find him. Well, he went through a wall. He went into another room, but in order to get to this room, I had to go all the way like out of the way because to get to this, because like it's on the same floor, but I have to go to another floor, out to the lobby, back upstairs another way just to get to this because where that door is.
Yeah, that.
So I was like, you dickhead. It's fucking boo. And he kept going through that wall, so I had to keep backtracking like 2 or 3 times to get him.
It's shitty.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yodanji was the name of the game. It was on sale for $3 on Switch. And I was looking for roguelikes, and that one came up. So it's very old school roguelike style. I think it is technically a roguelite because you earn some progress that carries between a little bit. But
Okay.
It's neat little dungeon crawler. But I'm in the mood for something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna see what's out there. Might just play Fatal Labyrinth because Fatal Labyrinth is pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Ouija time. All right. Well, we will be back next week with another one of these. Thanks for hanging out, listening. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. Bye.